Welcome. If you've ever tried to get a business off the ground, or even just grow one, you know that feeling, right? Total overwhelm. There are a million things pulling you in different directions, and you're just left thinking, okay, what do I actually need to do right now to move the needle?
And a lot of the time, that big question really just boils down to this one thing: system or sales? Do I focus on building the super solid, repeatable system, or do I just go for it, full-on sales mode, and hope the system kind of sorts itself out later? It's this constant battle, and honestly, it can stop you right in your tracks. But here's a thought. What if that's not even the right question to be asking?
The author Nate Scott put it perfectly. Clarity eliminates confusion. And that's our guiding light today. The solution isn't about choosing one or the other. It's about getting really clear on how they're supposed to work together. And that all starts with a really simple but powerful idea.
So let's talk about the two-lane strategy. I want you to completely change the picture in your head. Stop thinking about growing your business like it's this single, traffic-jammed road where everything's competing for space. Instead, imagine a two-lane highway. You've got two distinct lanes running parallel, both heading in the exact same direction. See, one lane, that's for building your architecture. And the other lane, that one's all about your leadership.
So here they are, our two lanes. Lane 1 is all about getting a solid system in place, and we're going to look at that through something called the 90-day household evaluation. Lane 2 is where production and leadership come into play, and we'll measure that with a benchmark called earning the cruise. Now, they're definitely related, but they are not the same thing. So let's dive into Lane 1 first.
All right, Lane 1. The absolute key to getting this right is understanding its purpose. The goal here is to build your foundation with evidence, not income. Seriously, forget about the money for a minute. This is all about you installing a repeatable process, measuring your own results, and creating personal proof that this thing works, all based on your own data. And it's not some random process. It's a really clear 90-day journey. It all starts with a simple setup phase. Then you move into stabilization for the first month, followed by acceleration in the second month. And all of that leads up to a really clear data-driven decision in month 3. It's a roadmap. You just have to follow it.
So let's look at just the first week, the setup. I mean, how simple is this? You activate your membership, place one structured order. Replace just one single category in your house, like say your laundry stuff or your cleaning supplies. Then you pick a monthly order date and you start a super quick 60-second weekly check-in. That's it. It's designed to be totally achievable, not another thing to stress you out.
So once you're set up, the next couple of months are all about building good habits. The goal for month 1 is to get out of that last-minute reactive shopping mode and into a predictable, planned ordering cycle. Then, in month 2, you step on the gas a bit. You start replacing more categories in your home, really aiming for true adoption of the whole system, not just trying out a product here and there. And this all leads to the most important part of Lane 1, the decision point. Because after 90 days, you've got real data. You can literally look at how your spending has shifted. You can see your reorder patterns. You can feel whether your behavior has become more stable and predictable. At this point, you have personal, undeniable evidence to make a smart, informed decision for yourself.
And this really nails the whole philosophy of Lane 1. See, success here isn't about someone else convincing you of something. It's about you achieving crystal clear clarity from your own experience, your own data. And once you have that, well, now you've got a foundation that's rock solid. Okay, so now let's pop over and see what's happening in the other lane.
All right, welcome to Lane 2. Now, when you hear earning the cruise, your brain probably goes straight to a vacation, a prize, a reward. I want you to just hit pause on that idea. For this strategy, the cruise is nothing more than a benchmark. Think of it as a clear, objective metric that tells you how effective you're being at production and, this is the big one, at leadership.
So, what does it actually take to hit this metric? Well, it all starts with this number, 20. To even get in the game, you first have to personally guide at least 20 other people through their own 90-day evaluations. This is the big shift, right? You go from focusing on your own system to actively helping others install theirs.
And it's not just that one thing. There are really 4 operational keys you have to turn. First, install those 20+ evaluations. Second, you have to develop other active leaders. Third, you need to hit some very specific rank requirements. And finally, number 4, you have to prove you can sustain that performance over time.
And it's so important to get this next part. Developing leaders isn't just about signing people up. That just creates width. Real leadership is about duplication.
It's about finding 1, 2, maybe 3 other people who are also out there installing evaluations and doing the daily work. That's how you build depth, and depth is what makes an organization strong. Hitting those rank requirements is a team sport, too. It's not just about what you do personally. It's about the total volume of your entire group, the number of active people you've personally enrolled, and the results coming from your whole team. It's really a measure of the overall health of the organization you're building.
And finally, this whole qualification process is designed to reward stability, not just a flash in the pan. You have to prove that you can keep up that volume and that leadership month after month. It shows that you've built something real, something sustainable, not just engineered one lucky month.
Okay, so we've looked at Lane 1, the 90-day evaluation, and we've looked at Lane 2, earning the cruise. And now we get to the most important part of this whole thing. This is the moment where those two separate lanes merge, and the entire strategy just clicks.
And this is it. This is the big idea that ties it all together. The 90-day evaluation you do in Lane 1, that's how you build stability. That is your architecture, your personal foundation. The cruise metric in Lane 2, well, that's how you build scale. That's your leadership and your growth. And here's the kicker. You absolutely cannot have sustainable scale if you haven't first built that personal stability. It just doesn't work.
So that brings us to the real prize. And I bet it's not what you think it is. Because once you really get this 2-lane strategy, your entire perspective on what you're actually working for is going to shift.
Here is the one thing I really want you to take away from all this. Just let this one sink in. The cruise is not a sales prize. It's a leadership metric. Suddenly it stops being this carrot you're chasing and it becomes more like a dashboard, giving you real-time feedback on how well you're leading your team and actually implementing the system.
So think about it. If you just focus on the fundamentals, if you're consistently installing evaluations, tracking your own activity, and developing a few other disciplined leaders who do the exact same thing, then the cruise, the rank, the income, all of it just becomes a natural result, a byproduct. You stop chasing the reward, and you start focusing on the behaviors that actually earn it.
And that leaves us with one last question for you to think about. Really look at your own day-to-day activities, your own focus. Are you busy working in Lane 1, patiently building a stable architecture that's designed to last? Or are you kind of stuck in Lane 2, just chasing a prize without any real foundation to support it? The answer to that question, well, that's going to give you all the clarity you need.